everyone and welcome back to the plot on this beautiful sunny day. We've had such good weather the last couple of days. It's been so lovely and it's made me realise how much the sun improves my mood and productivity. The last couple of months getting through the winter has been a real struggle, and since the sun's been out, I don't know, I've just been feeling amazing. So we are going to do a quick tour of the plot this afternoon. I've done a couple of bits and bobs over the weekend, but yeah, I think we'll just start from the beginning and make our way around. So the first thing I should address is the compost heap. In the last video I left it looking like this. It was a pretty full pile of sticks and dead leaves and usable material, but when I came back to the plot the week later, it's all disappeared. So I didn't do this. Somebody had literally stolen my compost heap, which sounds bizarre. It is bizarre. I have told the committee, I've told all my neighbours, asked anybody if they had seen anything. Everybody is as confused as I am. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm speculating, but I'm thinking maybe somebody had seen my previous video, known that I'd mentioned about reducing the compost heap so I can put a bed here, and maybe somebody had got the wrong end of the stick and just, moved my compost, which is weird. It's all very, very strange. But so at first I was a bit upset about it because it was a job that I was going to wait another month or two to do, or do it very slowly, because I know there was tons of hibernating insects and toads and frogs and stuff living in here. And then obviously I came back and the the compost heap had gone. So that is that, and we just got to deal with it now and move on, and let's get on with the plot tour. The very front of the plot is looking pretty much the same. We did manage to do one tip trip last month or the month before, and we got rid of a lot of the broken glass. There's only a little bit left, some of the bits we missed, and another pane actually broke, so we've got to take that away. But yeah, there's still big holes in the greenhouse and it's still off its base, but it's going to be fixed. April is the month where it will be done. So this month I'm just going to be slowly dismantling it and putting the glass that is usable in a safe area. So that's very exciting. The front bed, where I planted all the tulips, as you can see there are no tulips, and the crocus, they also got eaten, but we have some muscari poking through, and I'm hoping they will just keep growing and fill out the space a little bit, and I'm sure they'll do that. So I'm going to remove the mesh in the next week or so and probably give this bed a weed and a mulch, but it will come together over the years, because I've mentioned that I want to put like perennials and stuff in this bed. So this is the last little bit of tip material, and then all of the bags, I'm going to go through them again just in case there are any hibernating things in there. It's mainly nettle roots and bindweed, which has started to just rot down, so it should be easy enough to go through and dispose of those. I gave this bed a little weed, so that is ready to go. There is a dahlia tuber in there, and also I picked the rest of my leeks over the weekend. I think it was the most perfect St. David's Day activity, so I picked the last row of leeks, took them home and made a soup, and I've left one leek because it had started doing a flower, so maybe we'll get some seeds from that one this year. But yeah, so happy with my leeks. This bed, I still haven't chopped up the Romanesco stalks, so that is something we need to do very soon. The shower screen, lots of people suggested a cold frame, and I think that's why it was left on the plot. But I just don't see myself using it. It's very, very heavy. I think it's just too bulky for the purpose of a cold frame, and my parsnips kind of failed. But I'm thinking about putting Jerusalem artichokes in here because it's such a big deep planter, it should be okay for them, but otherwise the back of the plot is the other option. But I have a new idea for the back of the plot. We've got a little bit of tidying up, some roots and weeds, and oh my gosh, I am waiting for the day my water butt just collapses. I need to sort this out, find a new base or get some bricks to prop it up with. The water butt is full, but I sense it's going to fall over at some point. This bed is also weeded. I did that over the weekend, so it is ready to go. It was so satisfying weeding this bed, and in the sun as well. We've had a beautiful week of weather. It's been so lovely. I'm also hanging on to the pallets just in case. So the 2 wooden pallets, every time I move them a bit does snap off, so I don't know if a lot of the wood will be salvageable, but I'm going to give it a go, maybe cut off some of the decent planks. In the middle bed we have daffodils and garlics. So the little baby daffodils that I planted, they are doing something. I think with the good weather they are going to really shoot up very soon, which will be very exciting. At least some of my bulbs have survived the squirrels and mice. And the garlics, something weird's happened here. So I planted 2 varieties, the Rhapsody variety and the Cork White, but all of them started coming up, but then suddenly a couple have just withered away. I know there's at least 3 missing from this row and 1 or 2 in the row behind, and they're so much smaller than the Rhapsody, so I don't know what's going on. That one looks huge. That might not even be a Cork White. I don't know what it is, but it's different to all the rest anyway. But in the dedicated garlic bed, the Rhapsody White are doing so well. They've really bulked out. I think it's just the week of sun we've had. Everything has really started to shoot up, as in the garlics and the daffodils, the only 2 things I have growing on the plot at the moment. We also have the elephant garlic, which is much slower growing than the average garlic, but it's doing something at least. Oh, and we have the empty bed, which is where some potatoes are going to go. But speaking of the potatoes, my neighbour gave me at least, I think it's like 25 potatoes. So I'm going to have to find somewhere else to plant potatoes, because I also have Charlotte and Pentland Javelin new potatoes ready to go. So I have plenty of potatoes. I just need to work out where I'm going to plant them all. The 3 middle beds are empty, and I also have some wood to sort through. I think I'm going to make a new wood pile with a lot of the bits and bobs here, and I've also built a new bed. I wasn't going to put this bed here, and I finally decided that yes, this bed is going to go here. So I'm thinking it's going to be some kind of flower bed. I just filled it with the last of the spent compost. I think this compost was from my chili pots, so I was just removing the bigger roots. I think I'm going to either have cornflowers or a poppy meadow, like a mini poppy meadow or something in here. Something that the pollinators are really going to like, but I haven't quite decided what flower just yet. Then we have another empty bed. I think I'm going to fill this bed with leeks because I did not grow enough leeks this year. And I've been using the old water butt as a bird table. The birds love it, and I've got some really good shots of them landing and eating the seed, which has been really cute. The corner wood pile is something I'm going to slowly go through over the next couple of months. And in the centre we have the comfrey. I have noticed some signs of comfrey life. But again, I think with the good weather, the comfrey will be popping up fairly soon. And we come back to the compost pile. So my thoughts for this area, as you can see, I've got a couple of pieces of wood on the side. So I'm thinking of putting a bed here with 2 rows of potatoes in, the potatoes that my neighbour gave me. Then leaving a gap, and against the fence I am going to leave a woody pile and let it go a little bit wild. I feel like I have cleared so much of the plot and we've lost so much of the toad and insect habitat. I need to at least keep something for them. There's a lot of bindweed in here which I am slowly going through and picking out, but I think to make the most of the space, potatoes in this area and then leaving a gap as in a pathway, and then leaving this area a little bit wild, maybe putting some foxgloves in there, and leaving all the sticky twiggy bits for insects and frogs to enjoy, and toads of course. But we'll see. I mean, I change my mind quite a lot when it comes to trying to organise the plot and plan out beds. A lot of things have changed, but a lot of this compost looks pretty good, and I think the potatoes will be happy at least. And like my neighbour said, potatoes will pretty much grow in anything, so this could be a good area for them. Standing right at the back of the plot, this is how everything is looking at the moment. And of course we have the pond. I didn't even mention the pond. I think I'm going to have to get some like long rubber gloves and get in here and get a lot of the dead plant material out. Probably put some oxygenating plants in as well, but it's yeah. It's a job, and a job that I don't really want to have to do, but we gotta do it. I'm gonna leave the irises in for now. Maybe next year or towards autumn or something we will finally sort the pond out, but everything else is looking pretty good. Like, we're so close to planting season, and it's gonna be so much easier this year to just get everything stuck in the ground compared to last year, because look at it, all the beds are basically done and ready to go. It's very exciting. I really hope you enjoyed this quick little update from the plot. I think we've got to get on with seed sowing now, so the next video will be a March what I'm sowing sow along seed session. Anyway, I will catch you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. It's been oh my gosh, it's been almost a year of me making YouTube videos, so that's pretty cool. Thank you for being here, thank you for following along, and I will see you very soon. Bye.